Next Sunday's nighttime film, beginning at 12:30, is the thriller Deadly Messages. Next tonight, Mike Mansfield will be cueing the music of country rockers, the Long Riders.
They thought he would have about 3 months to live at the most.
I do everything, well, nearly everything what the other children do.
I like to show people that I can do a lot of things for myself.
I thought the first night I left home, I thought I'd cry my eyes out, but it wasn't. It was just a sense of immense excitement.
The Thalidomide Children's Trust was supposed to last for life, but 20 years on, the money's running out. Monday at 8:30.
Don't be bored.
Call.
Friends.
What's the number now?
0891 27 27 27. Ooh.
We run a very fair house here on Sundays. Mum sticks the lunch on, Dad sleeps it off. And I recycle the dishes. God, see the grease on that? Looks like Dad's used it for an oil change. Mind you, when it comes to knocking grease on the head, this fairy liquid's a serious piece of kit. It's kind to your hands, Mum says, and it cleans right through to the squeak. No messing. Here you go. Perfect results every time.
Let us know if you need a hand, son.
Fairy cuts grease to the squeak.
Have you noticed that all the best songs you hear on the radio came out in the 80s? Songs by artists like Wet Wet Wet, Fine Young Cannibals, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, In Excess, Police, Ultravox, and Eurythmics. They don't come any bigger than this. And they're all on Totally 80s. It's a monster 6-CD set with 100 original tracks. That's over 5 hours worth. If you saw all these artists live, it would be the biggest gig of the decade. But you can't. And you can't buy it in the shops either. You have to call this number. Your copy of Totally 80s, call now. Insight at Polygram. We know great music when we hear it.
Okay, everybody, it's time to start changing your lifestyle and getting healthy. Here we go.
Healthy? That's an idea.
Let's just cheer it up. Woo! And down to the side.
Kellogg's Bran Flakes are an easy way to get into a healthier lifestyle.
Let's go for the fun.
They have more fibre than most other cereals, they're low in fat, but taste great.
Okay, people, you're looking good.
Well, I think I'll go for the burn tomorrow.
Kellogg's Bran Flakes, a step in the right direction.
Feeling with Crunchie.
0839 20 30 20. Meet new friends or make a date. Talk to other callers. Phone 0839 20 30 20.
She's coming out now!
When she's good, she's very, very good. But when she's back, she's back.
She's out today.
Got back in Salvo, she'd been on the smack.
She's dangerous.
What did she pull anyway? A robbery? A trigger.
And she's out.
She's got 6 million quid's worth of diamonds.
Powerful new drama from Linda LaPlante. She's Out, beginning soon on ITV.
Well, just before we hand over to Mike Mansfield for Cue the Music, we'll catch up with the latest news headlines now from ITN.
MPs will today debate whether there should be a referendum over Europe. It'll coincide with a new row in Tory ranks about a European policy, this time immigration. The resignation of former Trade Minister Charles Wardle over border control fears was baseless, said the Prime Minister. The Home Secretary went further.
We are determined to maintain our frontier controls in place. They are extremely important to this country, and we have absolutely no intention of departing from that position, whatever.
A 39-year-old woman from Rhyl in North Wales appears in court this morning, charged with abducting baby Lydia Owens. 6-day-old Lydia, who went missing for 24 hours from the maternity ward of a Welsh hospital, was taken home to be introduced to her brother and sister. At Glenclwyd Hospital, a security review was already underway. The controversial footballer Eric Cantona is under growing pressure following his latest violent outburst against a TV crew in the Caribbean. The Professional Footballers Association says there's no place for him in English soccer, and a former Manchester United manager says he must go too.
There's no doubt about it. The club's got to get him away as quickly as they possibly can. He can't go back to France, obviously. He's got to go to Spain or Italy if they'll have him.
And that's the news for now.
Cause for concern.
Look very friendly.
Oh, soon put a stop to that.
I need someone to look after the place while I'm away on business. You know me.
Come on, hurry up.
Billy, isn't he doing his thing? But we ought to stop him.
Too late now, love.
An expensive joke, Billy. I should think it'll cost you your job.
You are going to sack Balsam.
This is my life, and I owe explanations to nobody.
September Song, this Tuesday at 8:30.
Still to come on Nighttime, a Hollywood report and a vintage Hollywood film, Docks of New York. But now, over to Mr. Mansfield.
Take camera one and cue the opening titles. Music.
Hello and welcome to Cue the Music. Tonight, the music comes from the Long Riders. As Hornmaster Charlie Parker said, and I quote, "Music is your own experience, your thoughts, your wisdom. If you don't live it, it won't come out of your horn." Quite. But then I prefer the late Miles Davis quote. I'll play it first and tell you what it is later. A bit like this programme, perhaps. The Long Riders, the stars of tonight's concert, are basically country and western. There it is, in a nutshell, or even a sentence. Cue the Music is, after all, an ad hoc, ad-lib type of show, don't you agree? Right, now, little diversification, perhaps. Richard Rodgers was born in 1902, an American composer who teamed up with lyric writers Lorenz Hart and Oscar Hammerstein II. These partnerships led to a series of songs and stage musicals which were immensely popular. The public lapped it up. They put their money where their ears were. Rodgers' Broadway hits included such wonderful musicals as the 1937 smash Babes in Arms, and 3 years later, in 1940, he repeated his triumph with the fabulous Pal Joey, which included tunes such as My Funny Valentine, The Lady is a Tramp, and Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered. By the time of Hart's death, he sadly and tragically died in 1943. Their partnership had produced over 30 stage musicals and a number of films of the same. Rogers continued his success with Hammerstein, with whom he wrote the first American modern street opera, Oklahoma. More success followed with South Pacific, The King and I, and The Sound of Music, that lovely Julie Rogers. Julie, was it Julie Rogers? No, it was Julie Ann. It was Julie Andrews. She was the star of The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
His awards were numerous, and he became a popular icon. I suppose today's equivalent may be Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. Richard Rogers was made a Fellow of the National Institute of Arts and Letters and was presented with many doctorates by American universities. Now, that's enough of that. Let's get back to tonight's offering, The Long Riders.
That's the name of a pom-bomb.
That's the name of tonight's performers.
All right.
Suffice to say, they give us an insight into the American way of thangs, y'all. They seem to capture the common thread of all that's great in American popular culture, like the great composer Richard Rogers. So, fasten your seatbelts, sit back and enjoy the ride. A long ride, that is. Cue the music. Before we go into the break, I have a pop trivia question for you. In 1950, little Richard ran away from home and joined which of the following? Was it A, the circus, B, a snake medicine show, or was it C, the Marines? Join me after the break for the answer.
0839 20 30 20. Dating, contacts, friendship. Talk to other callers. Call 0839 20 30 20.
Is this the powder of the future? They claim that new Ariel Future gives their best cleaning ever from the least powder ever.
Can you believe that? I find it difficult.
Smaller pack, smaller scoop, but better cleaning? I wanted proof, so I talked to the UK's largest independent testing and inspection group.
We took 20 of the most difficult everyday stains, like makeup, gravy, clay, let them dry in for 2 days, and wash them as you do at home. This represents the difference we found on chocolate ice cream and mud.
And what about the other stains?
Of the 20 stains, Ariel Future cleaned significantly better on 14, and just as well as Ariel Ultra on the rest.
So would I get the same results at home on heavy stains?
Oh yes, the tests predict you get a significantly better cleaning performance.
That is very impressive evidence. But what about the claim from the least powder ever? I asked the washing machine experts at Hoover.
Well, our machines now use less water, less electricity, so we're obviously in favour of using less powder too, providing it works.
So with a pack that's so much smaller, do you still get the same number of washes?
We tested it using the tiny scoop against the Ariel Ultra, and pack for pack it gave the same 22 washes.
And the cleaning?
Even better, so yes, it does work.
I was looking for proof, and I believe I may have seen the powder of the future.
Welcome back. Well, just before we went into the break, I asked you a pop trivia question. In 1950, little Richard ran away from home and joined which of the following? Was it A, the circus, B, a snake medicine show, or was it C, the Marines? Well, the answer, surprisingly enough, was B. He joined a snake medicine show. Can you believe it? He sold snake oil. Yuck.
Yuck.
Small wonder he went tutti. Small wonder, Tony, he went tutti frutti. What about that? Cue the music.